Am I a heroic character about to break through in Hollywood? Well, I don't know if I'm a superhero, but I sure have survived thus far what can only be described miraculous by nature. Usually guys who have gone through the same end up being extremely ruthless or just committing suicide. And I guess I most likely wouldn't be alive if I weren't for my superpower. For example, I was scraped off the asphalt and spent the maximum time in the ER they can hold a person. When I came to it, I had no idea whether I still have a dingus, whether I will ever walk again. Upon waking up in the ER, they told me if I need to refuse all white coated medical colonialist medication due to my indigenous upbringing, I have about 50% chance to die the very night. I took that chance. And you can believe me, no one but Mel Gibson and yours truly would handle 40 stitches on the stomach, a leg bone replaced from knee to ankle with titanium, arm with a shorter titanium bar, a broken neck, a disfigured skull, and so forth with zero medication. And that is not all why I consider myself nothing short of miraculous. I also have lived a very tough life pretty much for 39 years in a row in 4 different continents. Have been tried to recruit as a spy and can communicate in over 10 languages. And I do my own martial arts videos with titanium arm and a leg, do volunteer work for the autistic, and now I'm literally risking my life to protect a kid attacked by a giant of an adult. I am joining the fight for sovereign Ukraine that was attacked and invaded by the largest country on earth. And still, it always wants to gulp down some more land, its belly of the beast. I come from a tribe of indigenous Europeans. As I am a quarter of the Skolt and Arnar Sami tribes, and pretty much 75% Finnish of Finland, which is a related language. What's more, now for over a year I have been living without electricity due to not being able to afford it. I spend my days huddling in the cold and nights in a warm place. When I want to eat something warm, I gotta make a fire. But no, I don't live on catching squirrels, even though they say the squirrel got a nutty flavor to it. Well, hang on to your breeches and grab a fox, sonny boy. When it comes to cooking up some varmints like squirrel and possum for supper, you better believe we're talking about some serious southern comfort food. Now, some folks might turn their noses up at the idea of eating critters like this, but let me tell you, boy, when they're cooked up right, they can be tastier than a mess of fried catfish on a Sunday morning. Now, a squirrel's got a bit of a nutty flavor to it, so you want to season her out with some salt, pepper, and maybe a touch of cayenne to give her a little kick. And possum, well, that's a gamey meat. So you want to marinate it in buttermilk for a few hours before you fry Mr. Possum up in some bacon grease. I remember when I was up in Scotland, just pond of bass. There was a little green worm just swimming around. I just grabbed the fucking dragonblatt's neck. Hardest bloody bastard and flew him all the way to China to shine. Wish the kraken was a real dragon like. Yeah, I actually used to live nearby Scotland, so actually I can speak also like normal folks speak around there, but yeah, I'm just exaggerating the accent a little bit right now, just for the for fun, yeah. But I know Groundskeeper Willie. That let's switch the easiest language for a native English speaker to learn, Icelandic. Eläriskun se päätetillä aukka kredi fyri namske i höskulum. Pysynyt saulamme olika trauma rengoa eins. Sammellikt fuach ferro i troistra spego reik. Hafjek neita mit roimir meit vera fyri ein. Ein vartisen veiter fri roogleimustun lei. Well, it could be Swedish or Danish, just as likely, as they are all related languages, but these two have a pronunciation that might be harder to imitate. Ja, ja, if we can just gonna mix a little bit of Danish and Swedish, which sound a little bit like this, all put together. Jag kommer upp på skyn. Jag skulle bara verkligen uppe på träd. Jag sa, ja men du ska falla ner där helt jävla högt uppe. Jag är inte rädd för det. Du ska bara falla ner från träd. Alltså bara... Oh man, of course I can also do like a plain old Swedish. Well, it used to sound more like this in the medieval times, which is easier for the native speakers of English to learn the medieval Swedish, which sounds a bit more, the pronunciation sounds like this, but I'm using the modern Swedish words. Ja, det är ju finlandssvenska som vi talar här i skogen, och vi måste ju, vi måste ju respektera de saunatomtarna när vi tar bastu. När vi svettar i bastun. But then in Sweden they speak more like this. Nej, det är två, trau. Nej, det är inte trau. Det är två, tre. Nej, det är trau. Nej, det är inte trau. Det är trau. Tre. Fyra. Det gör ingenting. Så bara chilla lite. Ta det lugnt. För det är liksom Malmöspråk, det är hårdaste. Det är uppe i Stockholm, det låter lite mer som om man vill bara chilla med. Vad vill du ha liksom? Alltså, vi kan bara chilla ner och snacka lite och you know, så är det bara liksom. Det är lugnt där uppe, fast det är ju Stockholm där alla de där illa sakerna hände med alla de där ska vi säga de fientliga makterna som kämpar mot Aina. All right, let's see what we have up here next to read. So I just told you that I want to show you a little bit what I learned in 4 continents. Like, of course, I could just do like a few words of a ton of languages, but that's not what I'm here about. Of course, I could just do like Albanian, what is Mirdita, Shishpakun, Obur, hey, or, you know, there's a lot of these. I could just do a few words, but I don't really speak them. I don't understand them at any level. Okay, well, there's one more related language, German. Ich kann nicht viel Deutsch. Die Art und Weise, wie ich Deutsch gelernt habe, ist ziemlich komisch. Ich war ungefähr 13 nach dem Anfang der 5 Tage die Woche direkt nach der Schule. War ich noch auf Schauen. Die theatralische Klare als Sprecher machte es leid. Die Sprecher allein durch das Lesen der finnischen Untertitel zu lernen. Es dauerte ungefähr ein halbes Jahr, bis ich ohne Untertitel sehen konnte. Aufgrund der Pflichtunterricht in Schwedisch habe ich weder Schwedisch noch Deutsch gelernt. Mein Schulleiter hat mir verboten, Deutsch zu lernen, obwohl ich fast alles verstanden habe, was ich den Französischen auf Deutsch gehört habe. Der Schulleiter sagte, dass der Beginn von Deutsch mein Schwedisch gelernt gefährden könnte. But it's not the only Viking tongue I speak it. I speak the mighty civilized language as well. My first optional language was the nearly dead language of the ancient Romans. About 2,000 years ago, it was flourishing in what is now known as Italy, and of course all the conquered lands, but Italians, all the Romanians spoke it the closest. But it's really from Italy, so let's not. But Romania was under the Roman Empire, so it makes sense as well. So here's a voice sample of that. I learned the old-fashioned Roman pronunciation and not the modern pronunciation. What liket jovi? No liket bovi. Then I learned an itty bit of French. Ouais, en France, j'ai appris qu'il existe une sorte de religion qui consiste à croire l'Union européenne. Mais nous n'avons jamais cru en Finlande. Et les Français ne sont pas de dire qu'est-ce qu'ils pensent. Comme maintenant, je veux m'énerver pour le bien de mes téléspectateurs finlandais qui pensent que parler en langue romane implique de parler avec une certaine passion. Et franchement, il est très facile pour moi de parler avec passion de la façon de l'industrie pharmaceutique mondial d'être notre sang national. Nous ne pouvons pas devenir chimiquement altérés, non? La Finlande est le père d'une population qui aime la nature et non simplement vouloir rester très naturelle. Mais les colonialistes en ces blouses blanches ne nous laissent pas utiliser la médecine foresterie. Qu'est-ce que c'est la Finlande sinon réservé pour l'Indien finlandais? À qu'on réserve en Amérique notre l'alcool, mais a toujours autorisé toutes les rêves, même si c'était interdit à tout le monde de fumer, toutes les tribus américaines ont toujours eu le droit à fumer, de fumer le rap. And of course, as a Latin student, I eventually learned some Italian. Ho visitato la punto geografica della Sicilia sulle montane. E sulle montane quando compro una gelato al pistacchio e la panna montata gratuitamente sulle montane. Punto geografica dell'Italia, me amo la Sicilia. Um, Spanish, well, of course, you are more familiar with the Mexican Spanish. That sounds a bit like, oye, hombre, que haces? Pero haces is, they say haces. Pero in Spain, in Europe, they actually speak the European Spanish, which sounds more like para tratamos para mezclamos un poco de harina con la tahini, preparamos, ponemos las bolas con harina en el aceite para hacer las bolas bien doradas. Para hacer un tahini tenemos que preparamos una falafel absolutamente maravillosa. So you can hear that kind of sound a lot, but I do like it. I do like it. I do like it. Let's try another one. This is not from Europe. 我很念北京的美食，我很念河东。北京我喜欢吃的每一个省份的美食。我也敬仰北京的老人，他们锻炼身体的器官是其他人和国家都无法比拟。而是我喜欢中医，我发现中医是所有西方医师都在跟上回事。And now let's do a bit of a language much harder than Chinese or any of the major languages. Oh my god, the water droplets just broke my fucking wolf. Oh my god, it's going crazy because the water droplets. Fucking hell. It's going crazy. It's just. God damn it, I have a fucking long thing to show you and I can't even. God damn it. Come on. Let me hold it like. A bit sideways so I might be able to do it. Kullunat. Ornisavati apalut. Opaksut nallanut. Kashinan nimasagaravet amat. Talorego salunga. Anulaka opasuk. Nalkulakallali ekkersnani. Well, I don't really speak that language, so let me just pause it for a minute. What I mean is like I've studied and translated this language, but I don't really speak it. Greenlandic. Can you even see me anymore? Because it's too wet, the camera. Oh my god. Kallunat. Ornisevatsi apalitok. Opassakut nallanut. Kassas ja misikavra taamat. Tällaka sallunga. Analukka opasukut. Nuarni lakka kallali akkarsaneeri. Minä se tipputtaama okafrengaara. Ipanga semmutjaara. Naisista illanat matunni. Ajunkarnut kaleeli sannini. Akinni isorkatsusti. Karitunera pilluku taajorlunga. No, it's not pure. You can't even see me anymore. Fuck this shit. Now can you just scrape some water off the fucking phone. I might break this thing and I can't afford it. And now, in original European, first let me start off with two tongues that are not native European but are rather related to the native European indigenous tongues. I do wonder, can you even recognize when I switch between three tongues? Last of which is fully indigenous. Ükskõik, mida me Kekkonist arvame, kas me kõik ei saa nõustuda, et tema idee õpetas soomlaste sugulaskeeli õige. Mis tahes sugulaskeeli tundmine tugevab inimese enda hoimuidentiteeti. Looduses saame ikka rääkida nii, et palju mõistama. Kunagi elasid rupliga karvaga karu ja jänes. Jänes jooksis kiiresti, kui karu alati metsa kuningas. No tapi oma männise edäga. Siinä vähän etevästä Otavasta Tapiosta tarhooneensa. Sitten siirrytään lähinnä Norjassa ja Ruotsissa puhuttuun tunturisaameen. Kunnes myy vähän suomalaisempana korvaan tuntumamme kuuloisen järvi-Suomeen. Tunnistatko nää, kun mua vähän saamasta toassa? Luontochappusat kaunomisista, jos mi haalitit tämän oat. Olmo chappusa opmodaga, jusi vuotta kiahtekilvus, kiahtabotnamus. Sillä dorvaimin hardami vartit Janni varta. Kvasje gas päivit vartavir, darkli toffelasvarta. Man silja iktemi, pakte vuotus, loktemi. Pakte luamus poktemi, pakte tsualus pukta oktemi. Puhkais singui muhto dalsa dusse okti. Näälle tjullon, tjallon aigi juonu ollun kolla. Ahtei lätsit mingui tinku. Ne ashattaakin kuaktelussa ja duake peksu. Takki juahkas ja kuaktin ja dussa ja datki diksu. Kuappa dollea. Läp muhto ei olla. Luhtse rappa. Lähte tjappa muudu poraa halavu almi tola. Kohtsa kulla isät vielä tarvi isä lulla vuoftis julla olmo kolla tolmos palla muora jalku kollas puolella. Muatsa atsa dolla tjualla. Kuula okti mandal mun taatsa noudalko. Muallanit bat ja muallanit tattit. And now a language for which I shall release the dreaded lock in front of a devil's castle. You see? It's like the horn of a reindeer. So I might be a rather horny fella. Now let's do some indigenous tongue of Europe, but this one is closest to my heart, so Big Bang. Saadaan puh energia puhvuota. Mille outtu lamasu. Tundi halta se tuula, kuldu maailma ei tarpastu. Mullam aik, lam chuafa. Lam evoluutio, gravitaatio, kolpeluha dimensioni, mullam avalas. Puusi. Mattastas. I takkar lahko Kristus allahtei. Sattanko. Päiviliiti immel. Iberdimli vastadas. Jo hastli tarppus sielun geenidis. Kuittu ulmu ellimli teeko kuutha peesisli kalka tutka ulmu luantu puorais vistiskis. Olmos kosteli tuseuhta superorganism. Evoluutio lei kisto, viise sapinali failium isto. Oh, my phone just fucking... Oh my god, I'm not sure if it's gonna... God damn. Okay, it works. Elles laia. I really cannot break this phone, so I'm making a huge risk, but I'm truly inspired by this place where I am. So that is why I would not make this video like this if I hadn't been in this place that inspired me. I wanted to do this video for a long time, but this place really inspired me. And that is why I'm freezing my ass off. I just found some snow, remnants of snow here. It's fucking cold. My titanium arm is fucking freezing. It gets cold way easier, and but I'm in a very, very sacred place, which gave me a lot of inspiration. Elles laaja, niin näyllä kyämisriistä. Ane epin luodu arvu, noide ryhtistaan. Ja starppuun nuoredu jopa luontu, vaikka luondulla olmos verte suattat ja tuarti. Ja tondia puhta vuodestellus jora, ihe puudai. Kiersi. Right, so now that's a wrap. And first take, I did it. Well, fumbling and stumbling, yeah, I fucking did it. And now the reason why I'm in the dark here in the pitch black, well, there's a very good reason for that. I have been talking to this holy boulder in Sami, in Mountain Sami, and it kind of depends how much it wants to show itself, because Rabash Miel, and you have to have a very open mind to actually see this boulder that the Christians have named the Devil's Castle. So, as this video could be watched pretty much by anybody, I cannot show you the whole thing, but I'm gonna show a part of it if the boulder is willing. Let me speak to the boulder first and ask. Dräckfa. Insist. Luantfa. Allanguhkush al sieltä haldifa. Allanguhkush sieltä haldi. Suetsla. Yet suetsla. Sieltä. I think we can show just a little bit. Can you see anything at all? I think you can see something, but look at the shapes. It's really something, you know. Can you see it? And, of course, it's based on water. The holy water. Just like in Christianity, it's very important to have the water. It's got the water. I ain't gonna show you the other side of it. It's just, this one has given me a lot of energy. Even though the Christians call it Devil's Rock, the Devil's Boulder, the Devil's Castle, and they used to burn my kinfolk alive. However, just like I just said, in the Northern Sami, there's no more me and you. We've all come together. And but I do respect this boulder mighty much. Like, I want to protect this boulder. And I think even the life of this boulder is more precious than my life. So I'm willing to protect it a lot. Now, all the best. Have a good one. As Eddie Murphy said it, Bonnie Google.